What's up, everybody? It's your boy Stevie the Black. That's STEV the Black. I'm back, and I'm here to give you my Smackdown live review today. Um, I gave Raw a 6.5 out of 10 this week, so it's time to find out if Smackdown did better and was the better show. All right, here we go. So Smackdown Live starts off with Miz TV, and the guest is John Cena. And I'm like, oh boy, here we go. Here we go. And boy, was I wrong, bro. Miz came out, said some great things. You know, he was really getting into it. He was saying Cena was a manipulator, and he was doing this, and he was doing that. Now he criticized The Rock for leaving, going to Hollywood, and how now he's going and doing the same thing, and stuff like that. All these things, and John Cena came back at him, bro, and was like, yo, if I was really in charge, he said, you think I'd be in the ring with you? He said, I'd be standing face to face with The Undertaker right now. And I was like, oh, snap. And then Cena just laying on. He was like, man, you just a copycat. All you did was change your last name. And you come out here, you copy off of people's dudes here every week, man. And I was like, yo, Cena really laying it on him right now, bro. This is what's up right now. I'm loving this. The promo was great. Cena tries to leave. Maurice gets in his face saying, yo, you ain't got no balls, whatever like that, smacks him in the face. And Cena's like, bro, you shouldn't have done that. And here comes Nikki Bella. They run out. The Miz and Maurice escape. And then Cena and Nikki share a kiss in the ring. And it was kind of like a refreshing kind of thing, weird at the same time, because like, at least from my knowledge, I've never seen Nikki and John since they were together in the ring at the same time. So it is something fresh. But I will say, if the feud continues to go this way, this hyped up, and this personal, then I won't mind it at all. So I gave it an A. Next, we had Mickie James taking on Becky Lynch in a 2 out of 3 falls count anywhere match. Match was great for what it was. Mickie James got the first fall. Becky Lynch got the second fall. Alexa Bliss comes out trying to help her out. Obviously, the whole heel partner crashes in, and Mickie James crashes into Alexa Bliss. And then Becky Lynch turns it into the disarmer. Becky taps out. Becky taps out. Mickie James taps out, thus giving the win to Becky Lynch. She deserves it after losing to James a couple weeks ago, or whatever, the last time they had a match or whatever like that. So it's definitely good. Although the weird thing is, in the back, Alexa Bliss was getting interviewed, and Natalya, who's clearly a heel, came up and said, oh, congratulations, you deserve everything until I take your title from you. And I'm thinking, wow, okay. That was weird. WWE doesn't do heel versus heels, especially on pay-per-views. But if they do what I'm thinking they do, here's what I think they do. They should have a multi-women match, not a battle royal. But they should have a multi-women ladder match for the women's championship at WrestleMania. Book it here. You heard it from me first. If they're really trying to revolutionize women as these gifted athletes. I mean, they had it years ago in 2010. They had a tables match, a women's tables match. This year, they've been doing all these things. Women's using weapons now. Ladder should be no different. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen them use a chair. To my knowledge, I can't remember right now. Maybe I can't think of it, but they should have, like, normally with the Intercontinental Championship, they should have a women's ladder match. I think that would be what's up. If you have that match, you earn my respect, bro. Earn my respect. But remember, you heard it here from me first. Next, we had Luke Harper versus AJ Styles, and I thought for sure that Luke Harper was going to win, to prolong the story between him and Bray Wyatt, but that was not to be. Luke Harper actually gave us a great match. But AJ Styles ended up winning. Controversially, he put his foot on the rope. Shane McMahon comes out and says, nope, we're not doing it that way. Restart the match. And after I thought, okay, now Luke Harper's going to win. Instead, Shane comes, still standing out there. Luke Harper accidentally kicks him in the face. And then AJ capitalizes on it and wins the match with the 450 splash. And I'm like, so we're having Bray Wyatt versus AJ Styles. I'm thinking, okay, but I'm like, Dad, I really thought Luke Harper was going to win. I actually kind of wanted him to win, you know? Get some resolution from all this. You know, it's not, after everything that's happened, I mean, he can't just go crawling back to him now. I'm like, this is weird, you know? So I don't know what's going to go down, what's going to happen, but feel kind of bad for Luke now. People were starting to cheer for him. I mean, if anything, he earned the right to have a match at WrestleMania and not be put in just the Memorial Battle Royal. So, there's that. But next we have Ambrose taking on, I gave that a B, by the way. Next we have Ambrose taking on Curt Hawkins. Obviously that match didn't get started. He came in, gives him dirty deeds, and then he calls out Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin says, I ain't coming out there. We doing it when I say we're doing it. And that's pretty much it. It's funny how every time Ambrose wins a championship, we're glad for him that he wins it, but then we totally forget he's the champion. Remember when he was United States champion? That man rarely ever defended his title. And then when he got put in a title match in a battle, we're like, oh yeah, he's a United States champion. When Dean was WWE champion, it was very forgettable, I might add. When was it? It was the Elimination Chamber, and I was watching it, and I'm thinking, former world champions. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. Dean was a former world champion. And now he's the Intercontinental champion. And it doesn't really matter, does it? Every time Dean is champion, it's always forgettable. And I feel bad for Dean because of that, man. He deserves so much better. He's a great worker. And for his championship reigns to feel like that is horrible. Like, I know for sure Baron Corbin's going to beat him at WrestleMania. If he doesn't, I'd be shocked. I'd be happy for Dean. But I'd be shocked if Dean didn't lose. They doing Dean wrong, y'all. They doing Dean wrong. And it's another Vince thing that I'm going to have to talk about. Next, so I gave that a C. Next, we had Apollo Crews taking on Dolph Ziggler in a chairs match. Apollo Crews comes out. He's very aggressive, beating down on Ziggler. Obviously, it's no disqualification, so the thing Ziggler does to win by slamming his throat into the chair and, hitting him ball first or whatever on the chair in order to win the match. It's all fine and legal, but the fact is nobody cares about Kalisto and nobody cares about Apollo Crews. So him losing, and people were cheering for Dolph Ziggler, so it looked like all he needed was a change of pace. But even still, his heel turn is not complete yet because he's facing nobody. Say he did this to Ambrose and become Intercontinental Champion. Say he did this to Bray Wyatt or whatever and becomes WWE Champion. Then we can take him seriously, but I'm not ready to take him seriously. Although it's a nice change of pace, it's something that he needed, I'm still just like, yeah, I'm not feeling it yet. Wow, there's a lot in there. Anyway, but other than that, I gave it a B. And then finally, we had Wyatt's promo coming out talking about him being WWE Champion, saying that Randy Orton's in the place. And then we cut to a screen, and Randy Orton's actually not where Bray said he was, which is why I forget. But he says that he's at Wyatt's house, and it's where they buried Sister Abigail. And all of a sudden, it's out of the blue. He's just like, I said it a couple months ago, if you can't beat him, join him. Now I'm saying, screw you. And he burns his house down. Well, he has like 5 cans of gasoline. I don't know why he needed that. But he burns the house down with Sister Abigail's remains where she was buried at. And this does the stance like that. And I'm thinking to myself, we all knew he was going to turn on him. Like, I never once believed that he was actually with the Wyatt family. But this just seems so random. Like, out of the blue. Like when Charlotte turned on Ric Flair, we all knew it was going to happen. We just didn't know when. And it just kind of happened out of the blue. 2 weeks ago, he comes out and says, you're the master, I'm the servant, I'm never going to face you for the title. And now randomly he just turns on him. Like, it makes no sense. Like, if he had came out and said, and he and Styles were going at it, and he's like, I have my brother Randy here for me. Aren't you Randy? And then Randy turns and looks at him. He says, no, Bray. I'm not here for you. And then Bray has this look on his face. And then he gets RKO. Okay. But this was just random. So, even though we knew it was coming, it's got to be perfect. Not perfect, but at least makes sense. This makes no sense. And now, then on Talking Smack, Shane and Dan Bryan go, we have to talk about this. Talk about what? AJ Styles won the match to be number 1 contender. Obviously, what they're going to do is next week, they're going to have Randy Orton versus AJ Styles. Randy Orton's going to win, and Shane's going to make the match. Randy Orton's going to win, so he's going to face Bray Wyatt. Then, AJ Styles is gonna be mad that Shane put him in that predicament and thus starting to build to their feud at WrestleMania, which again does not make any sense. AJ deserves to have a main event match. Not to say that Shane isn't worthy, it's just Shane was a last minute thing to face The Undertaker. Yes, he's popular. Yes, the people love him, but come on, after Survivor Series, I'm surprised Vince wants to put him back in there. If anything, maybe Shane convinced his dad, I can do this, so I don't know. But anyway, that's about it. SmackDown won again. Not surprising. Again, I said it. My friend Adam was like, "Why is Raw so much worse than SmackDown?" I'm like, "Bro, I don't know." And again, I don't blame the 3 hours. If they put out 3 good hours of content, then Raw can obviously be better than SmackDown. But I'm sorry, SmackDown is whooping that butt, boy, or as Kofi would say, baby. With that being said, I guess it would be Friday. Yeah, Friday. Catch my pay-per-view predictions video, or I will discuss who I think will win what match on Fastlane, and then after that, we are officially on the road to WrestleMania. So, well, we're already on the road, but next stop is WrestleMania. You know, it really sucks when WWE, something you've been watching, something I've been watching since I was a kid. It's going to be 30 minutes away from me. The Hall of Fame, WrestleMania access, WrestleMania itself, 30 minutes away from me. Here all week. Because WrestleMania is a week-long event, and I'm not going to be a part of that. That sucks. You know what people have in common, WWE superstars? Some of them say, my mom and dad found a way. Yeah, I know they were cheaper back then, but still, my mom and dad found a way to take me to that event. And when I was there, oh my God, I knew what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a WWE superstar. Not that I'm saying I want to be that. Who knows? Maybe if I go there, I'm like, no, I definitely got to do this. But seeing that, it's just like, I love wrestling. I love watching WWE, but I don't know. It's crazy. Anyway, so that's about it. If anybody wants to send me some money so I can go. I mean, I have the money, but I mean, whatever. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Anyway, so that's about it. So until next time, SmackDown won this week again. If you're not down with that, I just got 2 words for you. Peace out.